For this tutorial, we're going to go over on how to create Stair in Revit. The first thing you will need to do is to go to your project browser, go down to elevation, click South, and we can see the different levels that is created for this specific project. And we can see that from level 1 to level 2, there is a 10 feet difference. And from level 2 to level 3, there's also a 10 feet difference. Now let's go back to level 1. To create our stair, let's go to the Architecture tab, Circulation, Stair, and it's going to ask us in the component area on how we want to draw there. For now, let's do a straight run. Click that. And if you go to your Properties tab, we can select what type of stair we want. For now, let's do the default 7-inch max riser and an 11-inch tread. And on the instances, you can see it's going to ask us the constraint. We want to draw the stair starting from level 1. There is no offset. And we want the top level to be level 2. And we know that between level 1 and level 2, there is a difference of a 10 feet height. That's going to give us the dimension for the desired number of riser, which is 18. If we change that per se to 16, it's going to give us a warning. And it's going to tell us that the actual riser height of the stair is greater than the maximum riser height specified in the stair type. Let's hit cancel. If we go to edit type, we can see that in our perimeters, there is a calculation rule. We can see that the maximum riser height is 7 inches and the minimum tread depth is 11 inches. And that is based on building code. It's going to also give us the minimum run width, which is 3 feet. So for now, let's use that perimeter and hit OK. And let's go back to our drawing area. So if we click into the drawing area, it's going to give us the numbers of riser that's being created, but also the number of remaining riser. So let's do 9 for now. Click. And then let's create a landing. And then click and create the rest of the riser. Click. And now this is going to be our basic stair. We can also specify how the railings are being drawn to our stair. So right now we're still in the Modify Create Stair tab. If you go to Railing, you can select the type of railing that you want to use for your stair. For now, let's do default. And you can also specify the position of where that railing is attached to. It's either the threads or the stringers. So right now, let's do a stringer and hit OK. And now, if we go to our view, 3D view, so we can see our stair in 3D, we can see the position of our stair and how the bottom part, which one is attached to level 1. And let's say we're not happy with that. If we click that and decided to flip, it's going to give us the opposite orientation of that stair, right? And then if we hit OK, finish edit, and now we can see the selected railing that we chose for this specific stair. Now let's adjust and modify the stairs that we just created. So on level 1, let's double click the stair. And we can see that there are a big gap between our two runs in our switchback stair. So to adjust that, we can go to Annotate, Align. Make sure you click the stair. And have it look like there is a 2 feet 6 inches distance between the run. So let's click the stair and adjust that to 8 inches. And then you can see in the 3D as a live update, it's gonna give us the switch, the adjustment that we just created in Plan. And let's hit Finish Edit Mode. And we can see in the 3D that there is a more jagged transition in our railings. And to adjust that, what we're going to do is to click again our stairs. And if we select the upper run, we can move that using the modify tool right here, and then click anywhere, and then hit 1 feet and 6 inches. And that is the standard for adjusting that stair. And then we click the other run. And again, this time, let's do a 1 feet. And that's going to give us a dog leg, which is going to help us um, adjust the railing in our stair. So now let's click finish edit mode. And we can see now there is a better transition into our stair. Another way that we can adjust our stair is, again, if we double click our stair, if you click this run, you can see that there is a grip control. And then we adjust that grip control per se. You can see that in 3D, it's adjusting the bottom of that run, right? But if let's go back and click the triangle, it's adjusting both of the stairs run, right? It's shortening, and you can even tell the adjustment that's happening to the height of the landing to balance that height. You can also adjust the stair based on the landing height. So if we go to 3D, just click height, and we can change that here. See, 6 feet, and now it will change the height of that stair. So for now, let's do a final configuration where we want it to be from 1 to 11 and then 12 to 18. So right now, let's do that and click finish. Typically, when I create a stair, I want to do it as a freeform drawing. So right here in 3D, I created a level 2 so that I can show you how to attach your drawing or your stair drawing to this landing. So let's go back to level 1. You can see we're not able to see the level 2 floor. And for us to do that, remember on our first tutorial, if we go to properties, underlay, range base level, right now it says none. So if we click the down arrow, we can specify it to level 2. And we can see that boundary of that floor plate for level 2. So now we can move our stair. So if we click move in the modify tab, and now we can start to attach our stair into the level 2 floor plate. Now I want to show you how to copy the stair that we just created to the other levels that we have in the project. So if you click the stair, in the modify tab, there is the multi-story stair. And now we go click on our section view so we can see the section and the level, and select levels and click level 3. And now we can finish that, and now we can have multiple levels into our stairs that we created. Now you can see that is an easy way to multiply your stairs. Now let's go to floor plan, and let's adjust how our 3D stair is being projected to 2D floor plan. So let's click VG for visibility graphics, model categories, hit S, scroll down to stairs, click the plus sign button, and now we can see the lines that's being projected. We can override those lines. We can hide those lines by unchecking. So right now, let's uncheck nosing lines, support nosing line, just to clean it up a little bit, and then hit apply. And we can see that it's starting to adjust on our floor plan. We can also uncheck the riser line, also the hidden lines, and then click apply. And now we can even minimize the clutter in our drawing. So really it depends on how you want your 3D model to be projected in the 2D. The clearer it is, the better it is to be annotated into your floor plan.